Hi, and welcome to Daily Spiritual Thought. And today's title is Awareness Helper. Today we're going to talk about how it's getting easier and easier for you to enjoy your wonderful life so that you can truly live a happy and fulfilled life. Because that's exactly what's possible, even if many people tell you otherwise. But you're about to find out. Of decisive importance for you to succeed in this is your consciousness. That is, the more often you manage to act consciously, to think consciously, the faster you will glide into this world. We're talking about that little bit later, but let's first consider the following. Many people find it difficult to imagine this, and you will soon see why. It is scientifically proven that the average person thinks about 60,000 thoughts a day. You would think that if they are your own thoughts, that should be fine. But ask yourself, where do the majority of these thoughts come from? Most of them come from observing the world around us, what other people have said, all that information we've absorbed, allowing other people's thoughts to significantly influence our lives. Only when we're conscious again, we succeed in talking our own path. Let's look at how these external influences can significantly affect your life. Let's put ourselves in the position of a newborn baby. How many thoughts from outside has this baby already stored? Almost none, of course. And now it happens. The infant begins to observe the world around him already in the first years. It perceives how the parents, the siblings, the family behaves, all the people who influence its life. And now imagine the following situation. If this baby is born into a family that lives in financial hardship, what beliefs will this child automatically develop? That it's difficult to get money, that money is scarce, that it's reserved for the rich and beautiful, etc. And now ask yourself, if the child has been conditioned like this, what will be his relation to money when he gets older? If then this meanwhile adult someone says, you can live in absolute abundance, will this person be able to believe that? Of course not, because all his experiences contradict it. It's the same with the subject of health and everything else. If a child grows up in a family where many diseases are present, it will develop a completely different relationship to health than a child who grows up in a family where everyone is healthy. Perhaps it will develop a fear of illness at an early age. Now comes the crucial point, which our thoughts and feelings, we control our organs, our frequencies in the body. With every thought, we change our body frequency and send it to the outside and draw the corresponding experience into our life like a magnet. So you realize what the thoughts of others do to us. Therefore, the sentence always fits. Show me who you hang out with and I'll tell you who you are. It's a mirror of the mental world. The question is, how can you free yourself from this accumulated negative information? The easiest way is to realize that most of our accumulated thoughts are created only by the external world. And the more often we have heard the same information, the more likely we are to consider it true. But this is complete illusion and has nothing to do with reality. But nevertheless, most people assume that it's logical and must be so, just because it corresponds to their collected information. We can only get out of it if we make ourselves conscious again and again, that we can produce our thoughts purposefully and deal with what we want. That means if we want to lead a good life, we should think, listen, and look at uplifting things. The three monkeys can serve as consciousness helpers. Maybe you know the three monkey figures. One covers his mouth, the second is his eyes, and the third his ears. Most people associate this with not wanting to see anything, not wanting to hear anything, and not wanting to speak anything. But you can also use it differently if you print it out or get the figures. Then they remind you every time only to hear good, to look at and to speak. If you do that, you will be shaken up every time and you can realign yourself. You can also get yourself so-called consciousness stones. For example, during a walk around a lake or along a river, find 10 beautiful small pebbles. These will be your awareness stones from now on. Whenever you touch them or even just see them, you will be reminded to reconsider if what you are doing right now is something that will bring you further in life or not. If you then realize, oops, I'm mentally on the wrong track again, you will notice you immediately recenter yourself. And what do you do with the 10 stones? Quite simply, you place them everywhere you can see them. You can even put one in your pocket in the morning. And if you reach into it unconsciously during the course of the day, just the touch will bring you back into right consciousness and you will realign yourself. Seek out as many consciousness helpers as you need to program yourself or to reprogram yourself now for your wonderful, successful new life. For now, this is Andreas from Daily Spiritual Thought. Despite all hardships we're going through, have a wonderful time. Thanks a lot for listening and God bless.